welcome back, guys. So, let's do this. Yep. Is that saying that I have missed someone? Hey, I actually have a present for you too, Joe. Morgana's scarf. For some reason, this scarf was the one thing that remained when I got thrown out of the metaverse. It's always been a special possession of mine, but I want you to have it as proof of everything we've been through together.
Wanna head back?
We should probably go home and get packed, huh? Yeah.
You finished saying your goodbyes?
Think so, yeah.
Well, how'd it go? Did it make you feel like you want to stay?
Yes, yes it did.
I see. You must have made a lot of good memories here. You're leaving early tomorrow from Shibuya. Make sure you pack up before you head to... Oh, and take that stupid cat with you. I don't want her getting lost and ending up back here.
Don't make fun of me. I can go wherever I want all by myself.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about
Really
that.
never stops meowing, huh?
Nope,
Hey, Futaba,
never.
what's he saying? Is he sad he has to leave me?
He said, Sojiro's stupid.
What?
What kind of translation is that? Let me have a nice goodbye. Mona's your responsibility now. Leave Sojiro to me.
Yeah, I'll be counting on you, Futaba.
All right, I've been counted on.
Oh, boy.
Even if you're not here, I'll make sure I do my best. So, you go do your best too. Thank you for everything.
Hey, you got everything? I took you in. I thought I was the one helping you, but it turns out it was the other way around. Take care.
Yeah, you too, Sojiro. You look after Futaba.
Don't be so cheeky. Oh, and sorry. I wanted to have Futaba see you off too. I haven't been able to find her since this morning, though. Same with that cat. If you end up back in the city, come on by. I'll at least treat you to a nice cup of coffee. Wait, that means I can't go closing the store, huh? What are you doing? Hurry up and go.
Yeah. Thank you, Sojiro.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a little bit cold. Wait a minute. They're up to something.
You over there!
Hey, look this way!
After we said we'd disband. My word.
Huh?
Sorry about the weird parking job. The engine just died on us right here.
Hey, Morgana, are you done yet? Why the heck am I in charge of the car again?
And I thought we were done.
It's fine. We're on break. Exams are done too, right? Come on, why don't you let us drive you home? You really gotta go?
Come on, man. Nobody's forcing you to leave, you know. Wiping your slate clean ain't so easy. You see what I mean?
Hmm?
Things must be slow these days.
Don't mind them. What they think of us doesn't really matter.
Yeah, she's right. We can totally do whatever we want to do.
car's fixed. Just had to borrow a plug.
Nice,
job
Morgana.
on the first try.
All right, let's roll.
Oh, I'm sorry. Why won't it start? We're gonna lose him.
It was fine just a second ago.
Anyways, now that we gotcha, we ain't taking you straight home.
Oh?
Hey, can I ask something? My friend's in trouble, and I'd like everyone's input. Ooh, that sounds like fun.
If this is any more work, count me out.
You know you want to, Inari.
I'm getting out.
Why'd you up? Whoa! Hey, stop moving around. Come on, Avatar. That's dangerous.
Wow. What a journey that was. It's certainly one of the most original. Yeah, I was going to say original, but I don't know. It's fairly standard layout, really, on its bare bones. You know, we appreciated children rise up against everything oppressing them, really, which, you know, age-old story, but never gets boring. But the way they did this one, and the way they told it and laid it out, I haven't played anything like this before. Story itself, it was a great story. It surprised me a few times. I really thought Akechi was going to be coming back. I didn't think that he actually died there. A few bits were a little bit predictable. You know, you all of a sudden start seeing a character who's dressed completely differently. You know, not just blending into the background like all the other people. But well, it's not really a big deal, I think. I think it was a little slow to get going, perhaps maybe a little too much hand-holding at the very beginning. But in a game like this, with a time moves, I think you do need that a bit, and it did take a bit of getting used to. Only being able to do 2 actions per day, really. So planning that out was difficult because you didn't know what effects they would have or which way to go, which was very nice playing it blind. I prefer doing it that way because it just feels a bit more natural, you know, a bit more organic, and really feels like a part of it. If you sat there using a guide, you become a bit detached from it, I think, a bit detached from the characters. The characters were fantastic. There wasn't one character I didn't dislike, well, apart from all the villains. Obviously you dislike them because they were all, but well thought out, well designed. The interactions with the group I thought were great. They were very funny. I mean, there were some bits I thought were a little bit forced. The bust up with Ryuji and Morgana I thought had a place and kind of felt a bit in, so they could bring Haru into it. Of all the characters, I do think that Haru was probably the weakest, mainly because she didn't get as much screen time. She wasn't there for nearly as much as it is. But you know, we needed someone who could use science, so they had to be there. And I mean, that probably would have developed if I'd had the opportunity to a confidant to its conclusion, which I wanted to do for all of them. I wanted to max out all of those confident levels, and it is, you know, well, not disappointing. It is, I wanted to see them. So, you know, to get people like Makoto so close and everything like that, and seeing the Second Awakenings was great. I really liked that. It really made well, it was a good reward for a lot of work, really. So that was a nice idea. The thing with the confidants, I don't know if I don't expect it's possible to max out all of them on the first go, and if it is, you must have to do everything perfectly, everything exactly right in each stage, and not miss a beat at all. And there's no way you could do that without a guide telling you what to do. For the gameplay, I loved Tokyo. I loved Shibuya. All the areas we could go to. I thought that, because I've sort of split the gameplay thinking into 2 parts, really. It's a social part in the real world, and then the combat in the metaverse, which I get to. Moving around Shibuya, meeting all the different people, listening to what was going on, the way it was designed was beautiful, really beautifully done. Bright, colourful, vibrant, and varied. I mean, I came from playing quite a lot of open world games before this one, so it was a bit strange to all of a sudden be in well, quite small areas, really. I mean, the total areas we move around in the real world are very limited, but it still feels like we're in a city and it's a big area, which is not easy to do, and I think they did a very good job with that. The palaces were fantastic. I loved the palaces. I thought they were great. I think my favourite one was still Kaneshiro's. I really liked the puzzles there, and it being in a bank and a lock and stuff like that. I thought that was very cool, very well done. Favourite boss? That's a tough one. That is a tough one. Yeah, probably wasn't Kaneshiro. I think probably the best boss was Kamoshida. I mean, it was the first one, and it was really sort of still getting a feel for it, and it was so bizarre and ridiculous that yeah, well, but it fit him so well. You could really believe that's the type of person he was on the inside, which was great work, which they did really well on. The combat was good. I loved it. I did like the combat. A few things annoyed me a bit. Having it be a game over when Joker dies. I think that I'm not sure why they did that in this one. I can kind of understand it with Final Fantasy 13 because that's the only character you control. The other two characters are automatic. Sure, you can change their roles, but they act independently. Whereas here, it didn't really fit in with the. I couldn't see a good reason why the other team members couldn't use all the items we have and get us back up again. I don't know what really the thinking was, and that was the biggest frustration with the combat. Was the game overs I got for you. I had to fight that through the whole playthrough, and it was me dying and everyone else being nearly full health type of thing, and that was a bit frustrating, particularly with the not many saves or anything like that. Let's just see what happens. Then I'll get back to my evaluation. Ah.
Man, it's weird. All this ain't feeling real to me just yet. Like, am I in a dream, you know?
I wouldn't mind that.
We're free to do whatever we want, after all.
I guess so. If you want to change the world, all you have to do is just look at it differently. Am I right?
And that is what aesthetics are.
Yeah.
Is it fitting there? I suspect there's... Okay, if you load your clear data, you will be able to inherit some of your progress on a new playthrough. Okay, I'll just have a quick look through this. Please be careful as you will not be able to resume from where you left off if you overwrite data. Okay. Yes. Okay, so let's just put it, well... yeah, let's just do it on that one. Okay, so I guess that brings us into a new game plus. Yeah, which I'll have a look at once I've finished talking about stuff I want to talk about. So what was I talking about? The combat. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, I hope that came across in things I was saying, because I like that kind of combat. I like turn-based things. It's been a while since I played a modern game that's done turn-based combat well. And they did do it well. There was... I think I probably only scratched the surface really of how in depth that combat system can really go. I was very much just staying on with finding the weakness, keeping people healthy, trying to avoid status ailments, which it's got me through the game. That was fine, but there was a lot of I barely used any ailments on foes. I think that's largely because you can't tell if they're going to be susceptible or how likely it actually is, and you know, turn order is important. You don't want to be. I didn't want to be wasting turns because just random enemies and normal, run-of-the-mill enemies in mementos or in a palace can just knock you on your ass. I mean, if you're not paying attention and not focused on what you're doing, you can die straight away, which you saw, and I saw more times than you did. But so that was good, and I did enjoy it. It was very well done. I'm glad they didn't make it sort of try and do this hybrid turn-based action thing that I've seen before in a few games. I'm not 100% on that one. I like the turn-based thing, and they did that very well. The artwork is top-notch. I've never played a game that looks so spectacular as this. Just every little detail they put in worked. It really was because I find the cutscenes with the anime, I mean, yeah, I like that stuff, fine, but to play a game like that, I think makes it a little bit too far away from me to really get drawn into, whereas having it sort of this halfway between anime and 3D rendering, pixeling, whatever you call it, it really made it a bit closer to something that I could really get into and be drawn into that world, which it did every day. Every day, you know, I was looking forward to having an afternoon free or a day free where I can go to Shinjuku or go hang out with people or whatever. It was a really nice place to look at and a nice place to feel with the sounds and the people, the various NPCs having their conversations going through. I tried to speak to a few of them and just see how they developed, and they did develop as we moved through the story, which was nice, which was really, really good. The music, again, A-star, top music. This I could even listen to this music just while not playing the game. You know, I might see if they got it on Spotify or whatever, and just have it, 'cause it's just so funky and so groovy and fits so well with the music. It really, when got into a palace and the music kicked in, it was really, yeah, let's do this type of thing, you know, which is really important that they get that right, and they absolutely nailed it with this game. Probably my biggest gripe with this game, I think it probably was a bit too long. I mean, yeah, look at that there, 130 hours, nearly 131. That is a long game. I mean, I don't mind long games at all. But I think it wasn't so much how long it was more the false end. You know, like the bits where you got to when we defeated Shido, I thought, okay, this has got to be nearly it. We're on the home stretch now. You know, we'll have a big bust up with Akechi, and then that'll be that. Should have expected it to go one step more, as it always seemed to. Whenever I thought something was going to happen, it went the other way, which was good. Kept it on my toes. Was unpredictable, which is what you want. It worked. It worked well, but it would have been. I don't know if it would have been better if I knew how long was left. If there was like a percentage or something. I'm not sure. I think it was good that I didn't know how long it was, because it really did keep me guessing and try and figure out what was going on. You know, I had quite a lot of crackpot theories, as you heard, going through there. Not many of them were anywhere near close, but it was fun to think about it and conjecture on that one. Things I'd do, well, there are a few things I would do differently if I was playing it again. I wouldn't romance Anne, actually. I probably would have romanced Tei Takemi, the doctor. Maybe because she was cool, I liked the story, and I think it would have been nicer to not do someone within the team, you know, to see, because we see those guys a lot, they get a lot of screen time. Would have been nice to do it that other way, I think, but yeah, that's the whole part of a blind playthrough. I didn't know what was coming up. I didn't know if that was going to have any problems if I turned Anne down then or whatever. So, you know, not disappointed with the choice or anything like that. But yeah, if I did it again, I would probably do that differently. And I would focus a lot more on my own team's confidence and get all of those up, because it did actually show in the final crawl there through the last dungeons. It was showing when I had Haru in the team, she was struggling just because she didn't have those abilities that the others picked up going through the game and going up through their ranks. So I mean, yeah, story A, gameplay A, artwork A-star, music A-star. So overall, I'm giving this game a big A. You know, thought about doing a score out of 10, but we spent the year at school, so a grade seems more appropriate, really. finally, a big thank you to anyone who watched. I really enjoyed doing this. It's been my first Let's Play like this, where I've been speaking to myself in a room and had to get over that. A special thank you to JM329, whoever you are, wherever you are. It was really nice having you aboard. I really appreciate all the advice and comments, and it was it was my first real interaction with anybody on YouTube, and it really made it more enjoyable for me actually to actually be able to discuss it with someone, because a lot of the reasons I play these games, and why I've started doing this, is because none of my friends like playing these weird ass Japanese video games or anything like that. So it was kind of a way to do that, kind of a way that I can justify playing 130 hour game and sitting in a room on my own. So with that, I'll say thanks again. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll be back very soon with another game, which you will see shortly. But for now, take it easy, guys.